The mountain beyond the Miston, a quiet valley nestled between towering mountains, there lived a boy named Kieran. Unlike the other children in his village who were content with small dreams, Kieran always gazed at the highest peak, a mountain shrouded in mist, called the Summit of Legends. It was said that whoever reached the top would unlock their truest potential and achieve anything they set their mind to point one day. While working in the fields, Kieran saw an eagle soaring high above the clouds, and something inside him shifted. He decided then and there that he would climb the Summit of Legends. But no one in the village had ever attempted the climb. Most dismissed the idea as impossible. Set a real goal, Kieran, they would say. That mountain is just a fantasy. But Kieran didn't let their words stop him. That night, he sat by the fire and wrote down his goal. Reach the top of the Summit of Legends. Below it, he listed smaller steps he'd need to take. 1. Build endurance. 2. Learn to navigate in the wilderness. 3. Gather supplies. 4. Keep going, even when it gets hard. The next morning, he began. Every day, he ran to build his stamina, hiked through nearby hills to learn the terrain, and studied maps by candlelight. It wasn't easy. His legs ached, his hands blistered, and there were days when self-doubt crept in like a cold wind. But each time he felt discouraged, he looked at the list he had written and reminded himself of why he started. After months of preparation, the day finally came. With a pack full of supplies and a heart full of determination, Kieran set off toward the mist-covered peak. The journey was grueling. He faced torrential rains, slippery paths, and freezing nights. At one point, he nearly turned back when he found himself lost in a dense forest at the base of the mountain. But he remembered step 4 on his list. Keep going even when it gets hard. He took a deep breath, recalibrated his path, and pressed on. As he climbed higher, the air grew thinner, and his muscles screamed in protest. But something incredible happened. With each step, he felt stronger, not just in his body but in his mind. The doubts that had once plagued him faded, replaced by a quiet, steady confidence. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Kieran reached the summit. As he stood at the top, looking out over the endless expanse of valleys and rivers below, he felt a surge of joy unlike anything he'd ever known. The mist that had once hidden the peak now swirled around him like a crown, and that moment, Kieran realized that the true reward wasn't just reaching the top, it was everything he had learned along the way. Resilience, focus, discipline, and belief in himself. The mountain hadn't just tested him, it had transformed him. When Kieran returned to the village, people marveled at his achievement. But Kieran didn't boast or brag. Instead, he helped others set and pursue their own goals, sharing the lessons he had learned on his journey. And so the boy who once dreamed of climbing an impossible mountain became a guide, helping others reach their own summits, one step at a time. Moral of the story: setting a big goal may seem daunting, but by breaking it into smaller steps and staying determined, even the most challenging dreams can become reality. True achievement lies not just in reaching the destination, but in the growth that happens along the way.